So I use a metaphor that you may have encountered before or not, which is that of the ocean and the wave. When I talk about the nature of things, all there is ocean. That's the beginning, end, middle, everything. All there is ocean. And it is not an object. It doesn't exist in something. It is all. And that ocean, when it goes into movement, forms waves. And the waves are the objects of the universe. All the people, the places, the things that exist in the universe are movements of the ocean. And the movements of the ocean, these waves, have qualities and characteristics. They have, in this movement, things happen. And so the waves are the happenings. The waves are the experiences. The waves are the doing, the thinking, the feeling, the acting. All of that are the waves. So this metaphor is very basic, and yet is quite robust and powerful, because all that the wave is the ocean. So there's no question of being, am I a wave or am I the ocean? You are the wave, and the wave is the ocean. Now, where it gets complicated from the standpoint of being human is that at the age of 2, every human being goes through a experience where what develops within them is a sense, not a thought, but a sense that I am separate and independent of the ocean. So it's like I've been lifted up away from the ocean. Now I'm a droplet of water, but I'm not the ocean. There's the ocean and there's me. Yes, we may be made of the same stuff, but we are separate. And I am independent of the ocean and all of the other drops of ocean. So that's the model that most of human existence is based on, because it's a shared notion that we are separate and independent of one another and of everything else. So it is this quality of being independent that we look at in this teaching. Because the wave knows itself to be separate from the other wave. One wave, that wave is different from me. It does things that I don't do. It has actions that I don't have. It has feelings that I don't have. It has thoughts that I don't have. So there's differences. Clear differences. And so there is a sense that I am separate from that. And that is the experience of life. That I am, in fact, separate from the computer. I'm separate from the table. It's very useful having that sense of separation if I want to move, because I don't have to pick everything else up with me. I'm separate from it. So what we're really looking at is not the sense that we're separate from one thing from the other, that we're separate waves, but that we are this quality of feeling we are independent and removed from everything else. And that's what I call the false sense of authorship, or the FSA. The false sense of authorship. The sense that I author things from my own power, that I could have my own power because I am separate and independent. Since I am independent of everything, the possibility of my own power exists. If I am a wave, then the whole notion of my own power, my separate independent power, simply can't arise. There's no independence. There's no isolation from other things from which I can exert independent force. So the sense that I can author things is dependent upon the sense that I am separate and independent. So that's what this very subtle distinction is crucial to genuinely seeing and understanding where our suffering arises from.